Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the $5 Thrift Challenge, where I took a single $5 bill into the thrift store, I thrifted a single item, and then I sold that item, used that profit to buy more items, and I've been continuing that process, snowballing this profit until we've gotten to the point where we are at today, which is a very substantial amount of money in our challenge bank, plus a substantial amount of items, all from a single $5 investment. So I have a huge announcement about all of the progress that we've been making. I'm going to give you a huge update on where we're at in this challenge, and then we also are going to go to the thrift store today, pick up a few new items to add to the challenge, and then hopefully again sell some more of those items and keep on adding to our profit. We're officially through the holiday season, and with that I have really committed to making sure all these pieces get listed as quickly as possible, and so I'm really taking stock of what we have in our challenge. Last week we ended the episode with $1,689.86. Since then we've sold 5 items, and I have an updated list of exactly how many items we have in this challenge. So let's start with the things that sold. The first thing that sold was the Sorel Caribou boots from the bins. These cost me $3.29 that already came out of the challenge bank when I bought them, but they sold on eBay for $64, giving us $49.81 of profit heading into the challenge bank. Then we sold the new tag Saks Fifth Avenue beanie full price on eBay, and this was an international sale, super cool. This sold for $49.99, leaving us with $42.91 of profit, and this beanie cost me, I believe, 99 cents or $1.99 at my local Goodwill in Indiana. And then I sold the pair of Bed Stew Revolution boots. Those were those Bed Stew boots I found after they threw back that whole cart of shoes at the bins. So these cost me $3.29, and they sold for $64. I believe on eBay again, and then from $64 we make $51.86 after the fees and after shipping and all of that. Then I sold the vintage London Fog wool coat that I got at the Bargain Box in Ohio. This sold for $70 on eBay, and we make $58.14 after fees and shipping, bringing our challenge bank to $1,892.58. And then I sold one more item. It was this pair of flax pants. This is one of the first things I picked up in this challenge, and these sold today, like a few hours ago, for $34 on eBay, and they're heading to Hawaii, which is fun. But these will add $30.28 into our challenge bank, bringing our total today to $1,922.86, which is so close to $2,000. So we're at almost $2,000 of profit. But then I also wanted to do a little bit of an update of how many items we have in the challenge. So right now we have 58 items listed and active. So as a reminder, we start with $5 and one single item. We now have sold $2,000 worth of profit, not just of gross profit. This is after fees, after everything. Plus we have 58 items that are listed and active, 29 items that I have pictured and are drafted and ready to be listed. We have 7 pairs of shoes I am in the process of cleaning, 4 accessories that I still need a photo, 5 kids' clothes items to take to Once Upon a Child that are sitting in a pile at your feet, 1 North Face coat that I'm waiting to trade in at the North Face, 1 purse that I'm thinking about taking to Dooney and Burke to have them repair on a tip from you guys, 1 scarf to give away as something sells from last haul, and then 10 wool and cashmere pieces that I'm in the process of airing out. So we have so many pieces. That's 120 items in total that we have either for sale right now or in the process of getting ready to sell. So 120 items and almost $2,000 worth of profit. And it's been less than 3 months. So if you guys really think that you can't change your lives, you can, and it doesn't take that much investment. You can do this no matter who you are, no matter where you are in the country. I've been traveling across the country. We've been selling a house. It's been the holidays. It's been the worst time in my life to do this reselling thing, and we still are doing it, and it's making money. So you guys can do it too. We're heading to a new thrift store today. I'm trying out a new thrift store location because I just moved here to Detroit, Michigan area, and we're just trying to get the lay of the land. And so I'd like to take you guys with me as we go and thrift. So the goal today, I want to buy 5 items or less. Unless this thrift store like surprises me and I'm like grabbing hundreds of pieces of Ola Johnson or Veronica Beard, I'm trying to go for 5 items of high value. That's what we're looking for today. I really want to try to stick to that, and we're going to try our best to do so. But let's go to the thrift store together. No further ado, let's go thrifting and try to find some goodies. Okay, so apparently 75% off green, 50 yellow, 50 peach, and I didn't catch that, but I'll watch back the footage, maybe 25% white. But, oh yeah, 25% white, so that's good to know. And I have so far had some pretty good luck. I came in and I went directly over to some new racks. I didn't even know what were new racks at the time, so I know that blue must be the color they're putting out. I found a lot of sweaters on that rack, which is great. And a lot of them were reasonably priced, which is new compared to most of the places I've been here to. in Michigan, so that's encouraging, but the store is huge and quite overwhelming, and so I'm feeling quite a bit of, I don't know, anxiety just from being in the store, because there are huge amounts of clothes here, just like insanely large. All of the stores, it feels like, are pretty big here, but I do feel like this one may be a little bit smaller than the Salvation Army I've been going to, but I am thinking about going through the shoe section, but now that I think about it, I think that they might only take cash here, which would be an issue because I don't have any cash with me. So I might have to leave my cart and then go get money and come back. I don't know. It's not ideal. So I'm going to go look through some of the shoes, and then I'll show you guys some of the things that I have found. I have a very real question. If you're drowning in this many donations, why are your prices still so high? I don't know, maybe they're actually cycling through these things, but like these are $30. This is the most overwhelming thrift store I think I've been to in a while. It's just like, why are the prices all so high here? And why is there so much inventory out on the floor? Like, it's so overwhelming. There's just so much. This place is huge. Everything's just squished in. Oh my goodness. And there's so many people here. Like, this is a huge location. Absolutely insane. I'm overwhelmed, and this is literally what I do. And I love thrifting like this, but holy monkeys. This is crazy. There's just so many things squished in. I don't know. We'll see what I can find hidden in here, but so far I found a lot of, mediocre to good shoes, but a lot of them are $13, $15, $20, $30, $50, which I think is absolutely crazy when you have this much. Like, what, these superstars are really cute. $25. Still cute, but holy monkeys. Jeez Louise. Here's a pair of shoes that I would normally really like to find. They're a pair of bogs. I love finding bogs. They do sell well. But again, these are a kid size 4 and marked at, let's see, $18, $17.99. They are yellow, which is half off. But if those were an adult size, I'd be more tempted. But since they're a kid size, I'm going to leave them behind. This is interesting. Has some wear to it. But to find Moscow out and about is still exciting. I don't know if it's real because of the peeling, but for $17.99 plus 25% off, probably would be worth it. I'm still in the shoe section, but I just walked over here because I saw bags. So I'll look at both as I go down the aisle. But geez, I did also find that they do have ATMs here, so crisis averted, but that's scary for a second for sure. So I was able to find this pair of really cute Sorel boots. And I was like, oh, Sorel, how exciting. Until I looked inside and realized that they were $46. 46 American dollars for these boots in the thrift store. Absolutely insane. Obviously, I'm not getting those. I looked on eBay, and they're selling brand new for $50 on eBay. So that's definitely not even close to being worth it. But gosh, just so many things here. Also, I just realized that a lot of these shoes are too deep, especially as you go down. So it's basically impossible to see everything. I just don't understand. Why not make your shoes cheaper if you have this many? Maybe they can keep up with this, but it's kind of crazy. A pair of Birkenstocks. They look to be $7, I think. I guess we'll see. Yeah, $7.99. I mean, those are actually in great shape. Maybe I'll put those in the cart for now. I don't want more projects, but those are actually really nice. Let's see if I can, we'll see what I think about those after a bit, though, because I have a lot of stuff in the cart that I need to go through. But basically, that's how I'm feeling. The music in here is super loud. Everything's so loud, and everything is so stuffed, which is my least favorite combination. It's too overwhelming. Okay, so I'm right now in the coat section. I went through shoes, dresses, new racks, and a little bit of bags. Now I'm in coats. I've had a few different things in here that I'm interested in, like this cute little Nike jacket. I have a Marmot jacket as well. But what I am feeling is a massive sense of overwhelm. There's a lot of clothing. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in every aisle. But I've pushed through. I've been here for a little bit. I went to these areas first because I wanted to focus on where I thought I could find the most profitable items. Things that were worth the most money are usually in those sorts of sections. I could do denim as well, like do jeans, but there were so many people in that section. I did not feel like try to wade through that. So I'm gonna maybe just try to finish up some of these puffer coats and puffer jackets like that. I have a full cart of things I need to sort through anyway, and I was trying to be really selective today. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm pretty happy with what I've found so far. So now I'm gonna look through these coats, but I know that people have been like, oh, how do you not get overwhelmed when you're in a huge store like this? I do this all the time, and I am so overwhelmed. So there's no secret. It's just pushing through and still trying to find things. So I'm pretty sad because I found this Coach wallet. I think it's really cute, but it has a broken strap. It was $15 still $15, but it is gorgeous on the inside. I was contemplating getting this for myself because I do really like it, but not with the broken strap, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to leave that behind, but I thought that was still gorgeous and I want to show you. The other one I'm thinking about is this Dooney & Bourke little wallet. This is $12.99. I do think it's really cute though, so I'll double check the interior, maybe do a little Google image search and see what it's worth, but I think it's pretty. So I did find this on a newer rack, and I saw this pull tag. This was actually the other way out. It had the pink on the outside, and I just knew that that looked like the pull tag from, you know, a Lulu piece. It was only $4.99, and I did find the Lulu hit on this side. It's right there on the bottom, but there is a stain on the front, and this style is really old, so I am going to leave it behind, but I did want to show you that I found a piece of Lulu here. Okay, so I did pretty good whittling. I have some putbacks I'm going to put away that I decided against. I have 6 more cardigans that were all from J-Gel, I think, that are all like wool and silk and linen blends. So I'm going to look through those real quick. I want to show you this real quick. You'll see it when we get home because I'm obviously going to get it. This was a new color, so they just put this out. But it's this Polo Ralph Lauren piece, and I didn't even realize, though, that it says cashmere right here. And I looked on the inside, found a tag, and it's 100% cashmere. But it's a long dress, and one exactly like it sold in Mercari for $125. A lot of them are listed for a couple $100. And it is $15, but we're going to buy that for sure. I have a few more yeses, but I'll show you guys everything I actually end up picking up when we get home. Okay, y'all, we made it back home. And it is the next day. I was feeling super overwhelmed at the end of last night when I was leaving. But I was able to find 9 items, so that's exciting. 9 items, I spent $62.44. So that brings our challenge bank down to $1,860.42. But I'm feeling hopeful that next week, at next episode, will be over $2,000. That would be amazing. So we're getting quite close. And I think with the items I picked up today, I think we have a good chance of possibly getting there. So let's look at what we got. So we got, how many items did I just say? 9 items? So we have 9 items, and a lot of them are amazing fabric contents. Can you see Gracie's little head right here? If you guys can't see her, let's tilt you down. There she is. Gracie, say hi. The first thing that I picked up was this Polo Ralph Lauren dress that I shared with you guys. I think I found this off camera, but then when I was looking at it to make sure it didn't have any holes, see if it was worth reselling, I was really delighted to see, well, first of all, no holes, but also that it should resell for great money. So it's a short sleeve, long dress. I found a stock photo of this already just from doing a reverse image search of this in the store, and I think this is gonna do great. So it's 100% cashmere. It was $14.99, which is kind of pricey, but because I think I can resell this for $100 or more, I do think it's still worth it. So that is a gorgeous, I would say it's navy blue cashmere dress. Amazing, right? So I did get more than 5 items, but I did stumble upon some very nice fabric contents, and that's what really made me decide to grab them. The next piece is this really cute kind of yellowish colored cardigan, and this is from J-Gel, and I found so many of these J-Gel pieces on a rack next to each other, and they were pretty reasonably priced. I'm used to the Michigan, this Detroit area, marking up all their pieces at least $6. So to find this for $4.99, I was like, okay, I will take that. I will take that and run. This is in a size large from J-Gel. It has 3 buttons on the front. And then I picked this one because this one is a linen blend. It's 55% linen, 45% rayon. So for a linen blend cardigan, I do think all of these, I found so many that are pretty similar. just different fabric contents, they'll all probably go up for between 35, 50 bucks is what I'll list at, and then I will accept offers on them. And I know a lot of people have been asking how I list my items and how do I sell on more than one platform. So I'm excited to say that today's video is in partnership with Vendoo, and Vendoo has been a constant supporter of my channel. It's the platform that I use to cross-list all of my items to all the different platforms that I sell on. I don't just list on one platform. I list on Poshmark, Depop, and eBay as my top 3 places. I also list on Mercari as well, but I use Vendoo to do this. So on Vendoo, I just list into one form, and then from that form, I can easily just click a few buttons for things that are specific to each platform and go and list it within minutes on each of those different platforms that I sell on. It doesn't take very much time, but it also allows me to quadruple how much money I make because things aren't just, I'm not relying on one platform. I'm actually spreading myself out so I get the most bang for my buck. It's not very expensive to use it either. And as soon as I sell one piece on a platform I wasn't selling on before, then it definitely pays for itself. You can also white out backgrounds on this. And my favorite feature is that it detects when you sell something on any of these platforms, and then it'll automatically take it down from the other platforms you have it listed on through Vendoo. Super easy, super nice, and I love working with Vendoo. And they're running a sale right now. If you want to get 40% off of your first month trying out Vendoo, then use my link down below. And when you sign up, that also helps to support my channel. So thank you guys so much for considering using Vendoo. It's something I use literally every day. I just listed a few items on Vendoo before I started filming this. So I do highly recommend it. And a lot of these pieces, I don't know if this will sell on Poshmark or eBay or Depop. I would assume Poshmark or eBay, but sometimes it surprises me and something will sell on a different platform that I didn't even think that it would sell on. But I just, cross-listed because it was super easy, and then it was totally worthwhile. This is the next cardigan I picked up. It's this gray, kind of thicker knit one with a shawl collar. And again, it's from J-Gel. This one's in a size medium. This was $5.99, but I picked this one up too because this one has some alpaca in it. So it's 56 cotton, 26 acrylic, 11 polyester, 2% alpaca, 1 spandex. But I thought it felt really nice. It's not itchy, but it is really thick. It's a really nice cardigan. So again, grabbed that because of the nice fabric content. Then we have this really beautiful red shawl collar cardigan. Try to say that 5 times fast. Another really thick knit one. This one's also in a size medium from J-Gel, and this one was $4.99. And this one also is the same makeup as the last one, so alpaca blend, which is nice. And we have this really fun orange cable knit one. I thought this was really cool and really cute. I felt like this one would do really well. I love the knit to it. Cable knitting is super in right now. Always does well for me. And when I'm filling out the keywords for my listings, I will often even put in cable knit if it is, because it is a selling word. But this is from J-Gel, again in a size medium. This one was $4.99 as well. But this one definitely has some sort of wool in it. I can feel it. So it's a mixture of cotton, acrylic, nylon, and then 10% wool. So enough wool to make it expensive, but not enough to make it itchy, which we love to see. And then I did take a chance on this piece. This is from Free People, but this is a newer Free People piece, and so I decided to grab it. It was only $3.99, and it's a size extra large from Free People. It's super cute. I found the name of this. I'll have to look at it again. But it's this baseball tee style with this kind of more like boat neck and then a more like textured, darker fabric in the front there. Excellent condition, no flaws, and only $3.99. Makes it a huge win from We The Free. Size extra large. Like if that was an extra small, I probably would have left it behind, but that is a great size, and I think it should sell still for at least $25. These Birkenstocks, I looked over quite a few times, and they are in great shape. The bottom treads are in amazing shape. This pinkish color for the straps is great. The gold buckles are amazing, and honestly, it does look like there's feet wear on the inside, but it's not bad. I don't mind it. But these are in a size 40 or a lady size 9. And I did watch somebody make a video on how to clean the footbeds of Birkenstocks. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should do it. But I do think even in this condition, they'll still sell for maybe 30 to 50 bucks. If I clean them, probably even a little bit more. Should I put them in my cleaning shoe pile? I just need to make a day of cleaning some shoes. I don't look forward to it, but it's something that just kind of needs to happen for the challenge at some point, and I just keep putting it off, unfortunately. Okay, we have 2 more pieces. This piece I think is great. Looked up comps, and it looks like it should sell for around 50 bucks, which I'm always happy with a $50 sale. But this is this gorgeous knit green wool sweater. Isn't this beautiful? It has a turtleneck, has that cable knitting that's so popular. It's a beautiful green color. Green is really popular right now. But this is from Paul James. And I decided to look this up because it also said made in England. Anything chunky knit like this, anything that I can feel with my fingers is wool, I will generally pick up. This is 100% wool, size medium, definitely donated by the same person. They donated all of these, I'm sure. Hand wash cold, but this was $4.99. And so again, for selling for around 50 bucks, that's a heck yes from me as well. And it does have a little pull here. I feel like somebody's gonna mention the pull. I bought it knowing there's a pull, and I know if I pull it through the other side, I think it should look right as rain. And then the last thing I picked up is another cardigan, but this one is from J. Jill as well. But the difference is this one's cashmere. I was shocked that this was there as well for such a reasonable price. For $5.99 for real cashmere, like, this is gorgeous. This gray longer cardigan. It does have buttons all the way up the front, and then they folded over the cuffs. I think this is so beautiful. Like, that is so, it's so soft, and it is 100% cashmere. It's not even a cashmere blend. So for $5, $5.99, I'm feeling good about that. I got this cashmere sweater, I got that full cashmere, that dress, and then I got all those alpaca or wool or linen blend cardigans. I felt like today was really high quality pieces. I found a lot of things that have great fabric content. They're not just fast fashion. I'm not picking up Shein out on these streets. I'm trying to pick up pieces in this challenge too that are high quality, that should be able to be used for years to come, because I think one of the things that I really have been hit in the face by doing this challenge is just how much there is out there, how much waste, how much poor quality clothing is produced and then just shoved in a thrift store because it only lasts for a little bit or it only hits a trend for like a month. I have never doubted the validity of my job, and I've never doubted how important thrifting secondhand and shopping secondhand and wearing secondhand clothing is, but I think like I've just seen more and more just how devastatingly overrun our thrift stores are, and it makes me sick to my stomach that there's still people buying from Shein or things like that when they could literally go and get something much higher quality for the same price in a thrift store. I don't know, is anybody else feeling burdened by that lately? Maybe it's just me, but I'm in all these huge thrift stores here in this area, and they're so packed. The prices are so high, it feels like, where we just need to be reusing these pieces. Maybe I'm on my soapbox or nothing, but let me know if you agree, because I am overwhelmed, not just like by doing everything I have to do for work, but I'm overwhelmed by the sheer capacity we have to overconsume in this country, and a lot of countries around the world too, and it's a big problem, and it's becoming bigger and bigger each year. And then people get on here and tell me that I am a horrible person for thrifting clothing and reselling it when there's literally mountains of it going into the dump. It's just like the craziest thing to me. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox now. I'll let you go about your life, but those are the pieces I picked up for this challenge episode. 9 items. I feel pretty reasonable. I feel like I can get through this. I feel like I can get these listed, hopefully ASAP. But I feel pretty good about that. We spent $62, which I had to pay for in cash today. Luckily, they had an ATM there that they charged me a fee to use. That was kind of them. But at least there was an ATM there. I did have to pull out cash, but we got through it. Bought some items, took you thrifting with me, gave you the update, showed you how many items we have in the store. I think we're doing well, and I think next week we're gonna hit 2,000. So if you guys are excited for that, then make sure you leave me a comment down below, give today's video a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And if you haven't used Vendoo and you're ready to take your business to the next level, I would highly recommend at least trying it. You can do a free trial, see if it helps your business, but also 40% off of your first month is a huge discount. And so follow my link down below if you wanna check out Vendoo. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.